Hello, YouTube. The stream start up on Twitch as well. Okay. Okay. And stream. Alright. And we're there. Alright. First, let's try out the track of the day, just to get some, just to get the track building juices flowing, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Just gonna ignore that. Hold on, before we begin. Okay. Getting actually kind of low FPS on this map right now. Hold on. I think I know how I can fix it a little bit. I think this clock takes up a lot of FPS, and also that ultimate metals. Okay. Okay, Speedo. How we're not playing yet? Yes. Wow, the FPS increase. One of those changes. Okay, hold on. Is my screen so far back? Now we're good to go. Yeah, why am I not hitting this right? So this is just the discovery run. You know, it's kind of like the outlaps during a race. You know, it just gets you warmed up and ready for the track before you actually start pushing it. Okay, you definitely go through there. More speed. Okay, so I need to restart that already. It's alright. Yeah, I can see why this got track of the day. This is actually really cool track so far. Oh. And then finish. Alright. I wonder if this could possibly be a full speed map. I don't think so, though. Sorry, I'm pretty sure I lost a lot of time up here. Oh yeah, because I had to do a respawn up here. There's no way. Right? There's no possible way that I just did that. Feels like my screen is locked at 60 hertz. Hold on. I don't know. I like that track. It's just really annoying for me because I'm not good on dirt. Alright, let's make a new track. Um. All right. It's just weird because we're really getting no viewers right now. Just kind of odd, but it's all right. Okay. Okay. I'm thinking I want to use the alt cars in this track. Alright, but we're gonna start, once again, we're gonna start this really high up so that we have a lot of, like, headroom to work with. Alright, so start this here. Immediately into a downhill. I'm thinking downhill. I hope that there's track blocks with a hole in the middle, right? Doesn't look like it though. Oh, I know. Literally right there. I just would wait. Now I just wish that those were turns. But yeah, we'll have it go. No, actually, I have a better idea. It started off with the downhill turn. Downhill turn into a hole track. Why does that not line up? Because that would be a really cool piece to use. You know? Why are the barrier colors different? See, like, why doesn't that line up? Because that would be so cool. Okay, that one does, so I'll use that. Oh, wait. Is that a lip? No. Alright, and just like that, we've now created a normal track. Ooh, wait. Whoa, that's gonna be really interesting to see what people do there. I just don't know what to do about that bit. It doesn't line up. Okay, so now we're back to normal track. Nah, this is way too, like, tight of a track. I'm just gonna undo all this. We're gonna restart. We're gonna start with that. And then the hole in the track. Okay. See, I just wish that there were these just with smooth corners, but whatever. You know, like oh wait, there we go. And then now I'm thinking kind of tight corner. And we're gonna convert to these blocks. Just make a big, like, platform here. Okay. Take one of these. Oh, that's way too big. See, like, why doesn't that work, though? Why do I have to go into free block mode just to fill in a hole in, or a hole in the floor? You know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't make much sense when you think about it like that. But go out of free block mode. Now, all of this needs to be moved forward a little bit. Yeah, like to here. So then we'll grab that, fill that in. Oh wait, why is that in ghost block mode? No, I meant to set that to free block. There we go. Okay. Alright. Ooh. Yeah, that actually looks kind of nice. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. I think that looks pretty cool. Then we can just take some floors up here. How do you have upside down floors? Here. There we go. Are you late to the stream? Not really. I mean, it's hard to really be late to a track building stream because, you know, this is essentially the whole thing. I mean, I've only been here for 20 minutes, but I'd say for streams, that's not very late. Do you play these maps? Yes, I do. I actually upload, if you have the game Trackmania, I actually upload them to Mania Exchange, which is, you know, a plugin where you can install other people's tracks. I feel like I should move this over a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I feel like in order for this to flow better, it needs to be moved over a little bit more. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be a lot better. Okay, now I can get this big turn. And then the final wall. Alright. Okay. Where did that go? Alright. And then that looks okay. Right? Yeah, that looks good. Right now. Okay. And then it's gonna re-enter onto a track here. We're gonna go back to snapping mode. So we can... Maybe not. Maybe, yeah, I think we're still gonna be free blocking. I want to kind of make it like a choice here. So you can either, one, go this way, which is going to be normal road. Very technical though, so you're gonna have better grip, but it's gonna be a very technical section. Oh, sorry. What's up, Rosalina? Hello? And hello, John075. Hello, guys. Welcome to the stream. Alright. Haven't seen this game before. This is Trackmania. You can actually get you can get it for free, but most of the online features are $20 a month, $20 a year for club access. But I'd say it's worth it still, because most games cost around $40. So that would still be 2 years of gameplay before you actually pay the full price of the game. I think that's way too steep there. It's way too sharp, so you're gonna get air. Ooh, and then I'm gonna have the dirt track, like, you know, like go down and under this part. It's gonna look really cool once it's done, believe me. Okay. Now I'm thinking, have a wide turn here. Then, bam. Alright, now we just gotta build the dirt part of the track. Alright, free block, it doesn't snap onto that. So I gotta actually place it in place. Alright. But see, this part is going to be much less technical. So I'm going to have it go under. And the only turn that's going to have in this whole thing is just a little something like that. That's the only turning. Basically, just to give the players a choice. No way. They slightly don't line up. That's just great. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this block is made to counteract that. There we go. Those are pretty much even. Oh, and that lines up there. Not quite, not quite. I do need to put Yeah, one of those blocks there. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back in 1 moment. Be right back. Won't be more than a minute or two. I'm back. I'm back. Okay. Okay. Alright. Let's continue the map building. So I'll put a checkpoint here. That won't be the only checkpoint, trust me. I usually just lay out the track and then put checkpoints in. I mean, but although we've been putting in already like a half an hour of work, this still is a pretty crappy track, you know? It's usually like a snowball effect of, you know, you start with just making the track and then you do like scenery and all that stuff. But first you have to make sure that the track is good, because that's the main part of a good track. No one cares about your scenery if the track drives like crap. Okay. I'm thinking sausage. Alright. Okay, so this one's gonna go down really far. Like almost to the ground amount. Or I think actually there's good enough. And then we can go back up a little bit. The only reason why I don't use this is because it's just such a steep incline. Like, I want it to go up that high, but I want it to be over, you know, further distance. I like this one. But see, it just doesn't go up very high. Alright, and then that's gonna be the end of the sausage section for that one. My thought for this sausage section is really big turn. But then it's gonna turn over this way. Straight for 2 blocks. Then it's gonna turn around here. Is that level with it? No way. Dude, first try making it level. Honestly, that could probably be a skip there. You know, like you just jump up there. I'm actually gonna make this skippable. Okay. And then now I'll put another checkpoint here. Oh my god. I hate how it keeps snapping into place. It's supposed to be free block mode, not... There's literally a mode for it to snap into place. Another thing I don't like is that it doesn't just replace the block. It places it on top of it. Like, see, I have it facing this way. Okay. Just a second ago, it was, like, snapping into the other direction. Let's extend this out a block. Okay. Turbo. 2 turbos, actually. Yo. Hello. Hi. Center. There we go. You made it. I see that. Yes, you did. Hi. What the hell? The hell is... Oh, it's like really high banking. Wow. Yeah, dude, this is gonna be sick. Yeah, something like this. Oh, yeah, and then the keyboards, I forgot about that. So you only have small string on YouTube? Yeah, because on YouTube I can do vertical, which gets more views and subscribers. And more people watch long form streams on Twitch than on YouTube, so I usually just have them over there. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do from now on. I feel like this is gonna be a pretty tough track. I feel that'll be way too aggressive. It'll just make you go flying off. Is there one of these that starts uphill? No. Okay, it looks like I'm gonna have to use... What block goes from that? There we go. Okay. Found it. Dog is barking outside. That's amazing. Alright, and then we're gonna have high banked, or yeah, banking corner. Another one. Flatten out. And then... Okay, they don't have actual, like, blocks on here, so I'm gonna have to use a finish. Like that. And yeah, this is with no scenery. I'm gonna add in scenery once I'm done with the track. Oh. Who just... It's Tuna Krusty. Thank you for following over on Twitch. Yeah, because I have it set up on my Streamlabs where I can just see a list of the stuff that went through. But yeah, thank you. We're at 24. Hey guys, one more and we'll be at 25 followers on Twitch. Right, let's add some checkpoints. Thing in. That looks sick. Yo, thanks, dude. Yeah, I haven't done much scenery stuff. It's mostly just visuals right now. Or the hell? I haven't done much scenery. It's mostly just visuals. No, I haven't done much scenery. It's only the actual, track itself that I've worked on. But yeah, I plan to make this kind of like going through like a forest or like a jungle sort of look. I think that's no. Right there. That'll be a good spot for checkpoint 1. Looks fun to drive already. Yeah, I'm actually about to play test it. Alright. Let's try it out. Alright, I like that start. Yeah, that's definitely not going to be used. Alright, let's try the dirt path first. So see, my idea is the dirt path, you're not going to have as much acceleration, but it's a straighter line. Alright, then we got the sausage section. I'll take the left. Kind of messed that up. But Titans, hairpin. Oh, wow. Alright. And then boosts, wood, and oh my god. And finish. Let me try the other 2 ways. So I'm gonna go right on the sausage area. And the road this time. See if that's any faster. Yeah, no, this is not faster in the slightest. Yeah, I'm gonna have to... That end wood is crazy? Yeah. I don't know why they chose wood of all materials to be the insanely grippy one. Seeing how this is literally a Formula race car, you'd expect it to be like a special, like, prepped road. Okay, going on the right is definitely faster. I think you can take this flat out. I'm gonna have to add a little roof there. Oh yeah, so then you could like do like a roof grind. Here, let me try something here. If I take something like this. Yeah, something like this. Nah. It's gotta be more like flat, so maybe like just a ceiling here. Yeah. Maybe a there, we'll go free block. There we go. Then we can go just a little bit higher. Read texts. What, Mom? Applebee's? Chicken tendies. Yeah, there can be such a pain sometimes. That's why I stick to building super bad maps. Yeah. The actual building the track is mostly where I have some fun with it. You know, like coming up with different ways to put it together. That's, you know, where I have a lot of the fun. But the part where I have the most fun is making it all look good. It's not really that it's more fun on its own. It's just more easy to keep, you know, just stick with it, you know? Like, it's more fun for, you know, building the scenery is more fun for half an hour than building the track for a half an hour. You know? That's usually that's also what I used to be like with my art. Because I'm actually decent at drawing it. In my Discord later, I'll send in some pictures of it. Of some of my art. But I hated doing the outlines, so on a lot of them, I would trace the outlines for mostly like cars, and then I would just focus on the shading. Because that's really the only part that I liked. I don't really care about the necessary parts. I just like making it look good. Alright, so that's one spot that we need to fix. Also, this part of the track, I'm thinking we can just cut that whole area out. Yeah, just cut that whole section out. So then now, I can take whoa, why am I so zoomed in, dude? Also, I hate how long it takes to scroll down. Okay. Okay, then we're gonna take one of these. And I'll remove this. And just have it go out 1. Out 2. Is this gonna line up? Yeah. Okay, we're good. What maps do I usually play? I usually like more like fast-paced sort of maps. I like ones that have skips. Okay, we got don't advertise your graphics in my chat. Thank you. Alright. Let's try this again now. Cuts are fun. Yeah, I usually like ones that are... I like puzzle maps. I love puzzle maps. Because I like being able to find my own way. That's one of my favorite things about the tracks of the week. Are the puzzle maps. And usually, honestly, I like the puzzle maps because they usually... Out of all the map types, I usually find that the puzzle maps have the best visuals. I don't know why, but for some reason the puzzle makers just... Or the puzzlers just focus on the looks a lot more than other map makers. Usually because, you know, you actually have to look around instead of it just being a fixed circuit. More space to build, more scenery, I guess. Yeah, I guess. Come on. Let's see. Ooh, that could work. Let me try it again. So, full gas. Yeah, that could actually work. For the people who are willing to keep going for a lucky bounce. It's gonna take a while to get a lucky bounce, though, at that angle. See, like that. Bam. Just decreased so much time there. Alright. I think the track itself is pretty good. I think also this sausage section, at least this uphill, is pretty at the moment. It's just not very smooth. That's one of my biggest problems with the editor, is that there's not really any options to just create a big, smooth uphill. I mean, I guess you could always, like... what are the ones that, like... I need one of those blocks that, like, that, like, start flat. Why is it so high up? I'm literally zoomed all the way up. Oh, because I'm not in free block mode. There we go. That makes sense. That makes sense. Especially with sausage blocks. Yeah. Because you cross over from either side, and suddenly you're now airborne and going off the track. But I guess you can kind of, like, take a block that, like, kind of just, like, starts going uphill. You know, like, one that, like, starts flat and then goes up. But I don't know where those are. I guess something like this could work. Yeah, something like that could probably work. At least for now. Actually, never mind, because that starts flat. Nope. Well, let me try something here. Ooh, wait. Then now we can put the transition block. There we go. Okay, that works. Yeah, that's better at least. Still not perfect, but it's better. I think this deserves some barriers. Or, yeah, I'll just build those when I'm making the scenery. I do want to see if that skip works. Actually, wait. Test mode. Almost forgot. So I'll just spawn in my car back here. And go for it. Oh, yeah. Wow. And then... Oh! It's gonna be really tough, though. Yeah, to get a proper bounce there, that's gonna be pretty tough. Let me try that again. Oh! Something like that, maybe. But see, just... wood is so grippy, it's gonna be kind of hard to get a proper landing. Because if you're not perfectly straight, that happens. Okay. I wish there was like a quick return to editor or something like that. You know, so I could just press a single button, bam, return to editor. No. Okay, I think that works. I think this track is pretty good. I do want to eventually make a high-speed track. Maybe tomorrow. You know, you never know. I do have bowling in the morning tomorrow. So. It'll still just be like right afternoon when I start stream, probably. Okay, I think now we should start working on visuals. Because the track itself is, you know, pretty okay. I'm just going to take one final run through it just to make sure that everything works. I'm going to take a run through it with both directions that you can take. Yeah, it's definitely not faster. Most of your maps have absolutely no scenery. Hey, I mean, just filling in the ground, just filling in around the track with some grass can go a long way. Even just, you know, putting in flat grass around the track and throw some trees in there, even that can go a long way. Okay, yeah, I gotta do the same trick as over there for that. Yeah, look at that. That's so much better. A little bit of air. It's definitely gonna be my longest track, too. No. Okay, I'm just gonna, this time, just slow down. Okay. Now we'll take it the other ways. About 6 minutes long. Good God. I eventually want to make an endurance track like that someday. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know, because I'm going to be doing daily streams from now on. I think I'm officially can count myself as a streamer, because I don't really make videos anymore. It's more or less just streams. And then do the skip. Wow. Yeah, that's skip. Oh, and we got the landing right. Oh, that was beautiful. Wow. Wow. Yeah, that was amazing. 17.2 off. Oh my god. Sadly, we got to get rid of that. But yeah, the dirt. But see, people aren't going to think that, because they're just going to think, oh, dirt. No. This one's faster. But no. Honestly, I think I could probably... never mind. I was going to try and make that like a smooth turn, but then I remember that that's going downhill, and that wouldn't work very well. Alright, so... make those adjustments to the downhill. Crap, I think we already did the... Oh, wait, no. Because I have another thing that you can do. Free block mode. Snap into place. Snap, crackle, and pop. Snap. See, something like this. See, that's how you make it go downhill smooth. See, look at that. Oh, those are not linked whatsoever. But you see what I'm doing here. Let me put one of those. Then fill in the gap. Bam! See, just like that, we have now created a smooth downhill. The downhill is a little shorter, like it doesn't go all the way to here, but smooth downhill is better than a longer downhill. Alright. I think that's a pretty okay track. How about we get into some scenery? Like I said, I want to kind of go with like a jungle-ish theme. So I want to try and terraform it to match with the track. You know, like all the things, like... Ooh. See, if I just had this block just with a rounded edge, that would have been so good for this map. But sadly, we don't. And I also do want to just live stream the creation of all my tracks, just so then I can have, you know, so then you guys can watch along as I create something that, you know, create something good. Nope. Redo that. I want to remove this. Terraforming is one of the most annoying things in Trackmania. Oh my god, just... Wait, that's a different one. No, different one. Where was that same one at? Okay. It's gonna look like crap, but it's basically the best I can do. Okay. Yeah, terraforming is the most annoying thing in the Trackmania editor. Or like when you're making scenery. But damn, does it look good if you do it right. That's why you just don't do it. Yeah, but I'm trying to eventually make a map that ends up on the track of the day. Or one of the track of the week, if I can. Yeah, I'm just don't think that I'm gonna do... Oh, wait. So, this is a really easy hack for if you don't want to have to do it. Like that. Then you can just... take one of these little wall pieces here. Good God, that wall is huge. Okay, I think that actually doesn't look too bad, if I'm being honest here. Okay. Okay. Shut up, bro. Have a good stream. Alright, see ya. See you then. Ooh, and that's not sticking through the floor there. Okay, that's actually really good. Oh, let's go. It's not sticking through the floor there. Okay. All right. I actually don't think that looks too bad. You know? I think it actually looks pretty good. Alright, then we can add more cliffside over here. Okay. Okay. This needs to go a block lower. Alright. Oh, wait, that can be actually a pretty easy way to make some variants. Take something like this, right? And then just kind of have it like slightly, like very slightly poking up here and there. There we go, just like that. Now you got some terrain variants. You got some variants in the terrain. Bam! And just like that. Okay, now let's... I just want to see, do they have any sort of big trees here? They got palm trees. You know, this is a palm tree forest. Alright. Okay. Basically, this is the whole thing of going around placing trees. Ooh, wow. Look at that. No way. Don't tell me I can't place them in this area. Just have to manually do it then. Alright. Honestly, that doesn't look terrible. I don't hate it. You know, it's very easy to add this to your... It's very easy to add stuff like this to your track. You know, it's very quick and simple, but it adds so much. Okay. Alright. Hocus pocus, you're now turned into a Ford Focus. How about that? Huh? Alright. Alright, so yeah, I can't do them there. I hope that doesn't make it too obvious, though. But I'm pretty sure people are going to figure it out on their own, even if I had the trees there. People would figure it out almost instantly. Alright. Oh, dude, they missed so much there, dude. If you could place the trees on those. Alright, they're clipping through the ceiling, so maybe not having those would be a good idea. I mean, really, I don't need the ceiling any more than just here. Okay, maybe not. Okay, yeah, I think I need it there. But that's basically it for what I actually need. Okay. Because then now... gonna have to ditch those couple trees. But now, after that, I can add as many trees as I want without having to worry about them clipping through the ceiling, because there is no ceiling. So it'll be good. Okay. Let's take a run through. Look at the stuff. Okay, right off the bat, this, just right here, you know, looks really cool. And then you look down here and you see that. This genuinely just kind of looks cool. You know, like this looks like it'd already be a good map. Just, you know, just... But see, all these trees on the side just add so much. Yeah, dirt is the way to go, though. No, I want to get at least one good run. Go around. There we go. And then we can carry more speed. Which is, you know, the whole point of this dirt LF. We're gonna go left here. Alright, so I can jump off for the skip. No! Okay. Take the left. I need to jump later because I didn't have as much speed. I still got air. Alright, I think that's an okay time. Why does the game lag when I come over here? And if I go all the way over here, 100, turn back around. Around 60-ish. Okay. I think this can be improved, possibly. Let me see. Something like that would be better. Ooh, yeah, something like that, and then... No, I need one that, like, goes up. And that isn't even lined up. Oh. Does that work? Yep. Let's try that now. I have to get rid of that ceiling. Alright, dirt. Slight tap of the brakes so we can get better turn through there. Damn. What the hell? My headphones just died. Okay. Ugh. Sorry. Still alright. Got good speed through there. Down through the dirt. Okay, yeah, that's definitely gonna be faster. Hit the tree, though. I think the trees do add a slight bit of difficulty, while also making this look really good. Alright. Now we test. Whoa, wait. Still way too much. But you can take it at higher speeds, though. No. You know, it's still possible to take it at higher speeds. How is it still lifting off? Like, look at that. Right there's probably where it's gonna see some problems. And then finish. Okay, we need to put an actual wall here. Not just these trees, we need an actual wall. And then until it lines up. Bam. Sorry. I accidentally hit my microphone when I was turning my head. Should be better. No. Somehow it still doesn't line up. It's alright though. Oh, probably because that keeps turning and then that'll like straighten out or something. I have no idea. But wait, if you did like a wall ride into the finish, that would actually be sick. Let me see if that's possible though. Oh my god. It's weird, when it goes over the middle, it feels like you're gonna go flying. Oh. So if you get lucky, it can save you. I think we need higher walls. No. Oh my god, we went clear over. we actually drive on this? Wait, hold on. Oh. Is this like a griffin material? Oh, no, no, no. This is... The amount of detail in these pixels is not needed for it to look like this from the track. Okay. What if you just go flying straight off of here? I'll make a secret finish. Oh, watch this land. Bam. Little half flip. Bam, we landed it. Let's go. So wait, is this... Okay. Alright. No, free block mode. I can't, yeah, I can't do that one. Okay. And then we'll just take some of the ceiling here. Yo, what's up, Mr. Volvo? Is that lined up? No. I'm doing pretty good. Working on this track right now. About an hour and 40 minutes into the track making. So, I mean, so far, this is my most high effort track. Yeah. I was just really trying to make an actual good track and not just a, you know, an okay visual sort of thing, you know? You don't have the patience to build anything. Yeah. I just really want to gain enough skills to eventually get onto one of the track of the week. Or not track of the week, damn it. Weekly shorts. Okay. Oh no. Redo. Other than Lego cars, that usually takes you days because then you get bored and play some instead. Damn. Okay. Ooh, yeah, if I make this last bit, like, indoor sort of thing going on. Ooh, wait. Actually, that kind of doesn't sound like a bad idea. We have to use one of the tiny little guys. Okay. That looks honestly kind of good. Is there any sort of like curved corner piece? You know, like a kind of like a curved, but just like that? I don't believe so. What are these? I don't know. Okay, but now watch. This is what's gonna make this actually look kind of cool. I'm actually gonna remove this bottom layer because this is what I'm gonna. This is the layer that I'm gonna do the thing with. I don't know, ask a Trackmania master. I'm not a beam master. Or not a beam master. Okay, bro. Okay. Now. Wait. Oh, no, there we go. There it is. It's gonna look pretty scuffed from the outside, but believe me, from the inside, it's gonna look pretty cool. Well, actually, maybe if I can. So offended when you read your message. I don't know. Yeah, it's gonna look pretty scuffed from the outside, but on the inside, it's gonna look cool. It's what's on the inside that counts. You know what I'm talking about? What was the guy saying? Where did that track go? Okay. Oh, no bots? Oh, were they like doing the thing where like they're advertising their stuff? Free users, it was an actual link. Oh, yeah, I've had those people pop up in here like every stream. Yeah, those bots pop up every stream, dude. But dude, that was quick. Okay. You also got mod for streamer today without asking? Damn. It's kind of crazy. You didn't even ask. He literally just straight up just gave you mod. Yeah, believe me, this is gonna look pretty cool once I'm done with it. It's because you have a 31 stream streak on his channel. Yeah. That would make sense for him to give you some sort of perk for that. I mean, moderator for that. That's kind of crazy. Okay. Boom, look at that. Kind of looks ass, but kind of looks cool. I mean, it'll definitely keep you from flying away after the ramp. Hold on. It's kind of hard to show you when the camera's going through the wall the whole time. But, yeah. What? Where's the crack? Where's the crack? There's a crack in the wall somewhere. That better just be a graphical glitch. But, yep. What happened there? I think I just used the wrong track. Must have been. Yeah, must have been I just used the wrong track. Or ramp. Put some grass in here. Alright. I'm thinking for this corner, maybe something like this. Never mind. Do you like your snowman? Yes, Mr. Volvo. Yes, I do like your snowman. You happy? Alright, let's take a run through the track. Just to look at it. Not much in terms of actual scenery. Just some basic, stuff like palm trees on the side of the track. So you got the dirt section, so you can either take the dirt section or that other track. You go on to the sausage. You can take both ways, but this way is objectively faster. I'll show you why. In this run. And then I have to go eat dinner, but then I'll be back in about an hour. Yeah, I'll have to eat dinner and then take a shower. I'll show you why this is objectively faster. Right up here. Right there. Alright, now is for what we just changed. Alright. Now I bet some sort of record is gonna use the wall there. Get both those done in less than 3 minutes. Yeah, well also I'm having like a huge dinner, you know. Also, you know. Alright, but anyway, I'm gonna be back in about an hour. I'll see you guys then. Alright. See ya. Bye-bye.